The aerospace business, where Elon Musk is pursuing another ambitious ambition, looks to be the place where he can most embody the song to dream the impossible dream, and he appears to be the one who can best embrace it. What Elon Musk just revealed about his insane new idea to build a city is revealed in this video, which you should watch right now. Welcome to the disruptive age, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel, like this video, and click on the notification bell button to stay up to speed on Tesla, SpaceX, Starlink, and everything else related to Elon Musk and his companies. It is well known how wonderful it is to own one's own home, but how much more wonderful it is to own one's own city. CEO of Tesla and SpaceX, Elon Musk, has announced that he is creating a new metropolis in Texas, which will be known as Starbase. It is no secret that Musk is well known for his ambitious projects, and Musk's metropolis will be built around the rocket launch facility of his aerospace company, SpaceX. With a net worth of roughly $226.5 billion, according to the Forbes real-time billionaires list, Musk is the richest person on the planet. Musk has regularly used the microblogging website Twitter to deliver brief updates to his followers. He went on to add that the Starbase project would only be a component of the plans for colonizing Mars, with the implication that it would only be the beginning of the process of colonization. The Tesla CEO went on to say that, from there it was on to Mars and then the stars. Boca Chica Village, a small unincorporated village outside Brownsville, Texas, is home to SpaceX's manufacturing facility. Furthermore, rocket prototypes have been tested at Musk's aerospace company since 2014, as part of the company's development of the Starship rocket, which is now in development. Elon Musk is constructing a future metropolis in Texas, which is considered to be one of the least plausible locations for such an enterprise. It's in a remote location that is out of sight for most people, but the most dedicated space exploration enthusiasts are aware that the seeds of Starbase Metropolis are being planted. The fact that Elon Musk is one of the most influential, motivated, and innovative people of our generation is without question. Consequently, what kind of city could be constructed from the ground up if given the ability to do so? Our topic for today's film will be Elon Musk's Starbase Texas, which is now under construction. SpaceX now owns a large portion of the village of Boca Chica, Texas, where it is scheduled to be built, and they have done experiments there in the past, which have usually resulted in a large explosion. However, the project is still in its early stages. It is the southernmost point of the Texas Gulf Coast, and is a triangular-shaped point that is separated from the ocean by the Rio Grande River on one side and meets the Mexican border on the other. It is the southernmost point of the Texas Gulf Coast. In particular, the community is comprised of a short dirt road with approximately 30 buildings on either side that is approximately a quarter-mile long. Almost after building on the community began in the late 1960s, a hurricane wrecked the sewage system and water treatment facilities, resulting in widespread flooding over the surrounding area. In spite of the fact that the community had been surviving for decades, it had achieved no development since, following the hurricane, it had completely lost all desire in moving forward. They don't even have a water line, let alone grocery stores, restaurants, or gas stations. The county provides fresh water to residents holding tanks located near their dwellings. Given that the SpaceX facility and surrounding neighborhood are the only signs of civilization in the area, Elon Musk's excitement is reasonable given that it is an ideal site from which to launch spacecraft into orbit. Elon stated in 2018 that they have a lot of acreage with no one around, so even if the entire thing goes up in flames, they will be all right. During a drive through the highway which passes through an unusual settlement, a Starship prototype may even be seen being constructed on a launch pad. At this time, the majority of Boca Chica is owned by SpaceX, which began purchasing landowners a few years ago. As a result, the majority of the homeowners in the community are not full-time inhabitants. For the majority of people, it was simply a winter retreat, where they could get away from the freezing weather and enjoy an evening of peace and quiet. Boca Chica, on the other hand, is no longer a peaceful neighborhood, thanks to the incessant building and rocket launches and accidents. After all, when SpaceX offered 3 times the market value for the properties, the proposal was overwhelmingly approved, with only a few people refusing to accept it. The reason for this is that the idea of rocket scientists taking over will not be appealing to everyone. After all, those individuals never imagined that they would one day have to cope with actual spacecraft colliding and exploding near their homes on a regular basis. The majority of SpaceX personnel are now residing in the region, and they have either relocated into existing residences or are living in a small Airstream trailer camp near the launch pad to save money. Musk himself resides in a fairly modest ranch house in the hamlet, where he spends the majority of his time working and relaxing. Originally, the house had a solar-powered roof, but it has been completely rebuilt both inside and out. Elon has already begun inviting others to join him in South Texas, where he believes several thousand individuals would relocate to the Boca Chica area over the next year or two, according to Elon. However, without water connections and only 30 houses, this is not practical at this time. A fresh start is exactly what is required in this situation, and it is from this point that the Starbase Metropolis was born. How would Elon Musk construct a metropolis if he were starting from scratch? This is where things get interesting. Elon has a soft spot for the novel and video game Cyberpunk 2077, so will Starbase end up looking like Night City in the future? Not likely. Nonetheless, it would be fantastic, as we all know Elon is known for his efficiency, and as a result, everything would be designed and created with a specific goal in mind. In addition, I believe that solar energy and tunneling will emerge as the two most important subjects in the coming years. Known for his enthusiasm for both Tesla and the Boring Company, Elon Musk has invested millions of dollars in both, and now is his turn to show off his style. With just 10,000 square miles of solar panels, Elon claims that he and his team could power the entire country. To give enough electricity to a small city, solar farms and Tesla battery packs would be interconnected in fields to generate enough power. A solar roof and a power wall are installed on each building to regulate the electricity supply, resulting in a totally off-grid city with no connection to the national grid. The concept is fantastic, and Elon already has all of the technology necessary to make this a reality. However, given that there will be no streets and no traffic in the city, I'm not sure why a Starbase would require any roads in the first place. After all, what would be the point? His preferred alternative is a tunnel. Essentially, autonomous electric vehicles would be able to transport people underground. As a result, tunnels constructed by the Boring Company have the potential to be more than just a method of traveling around Starbase. Additional tunnels may be the only method of reaching and departing the city, making Brownsville, Texas the nearest population center to Boca Chica, which is also the closest to the city. In the meanwhile, SpaceX's decision to restrict entry to the Starship test area has proven to be a significant advantage, as it helps to prevent individuals from accessing a potentially dangerous zone. When big groups of people assemble in the area, though, the highway can get congested with vehicles. In addition, the highway has been flooded, preventing any and all vehicles from Starbase to Brownsville from entering or leaving the city. Installing a Hyperloop system underground would make a significant impact in terms of efficiency. Visitors can fly into Brownsville International Airport and then rocket towards the Starbase, where they will be able to witness rockets going at speeds of more than 100 miles per hour. Once the Boring Company's loop system is up and running, it is projected that they will be able to travel at a maximum speed of 150 miles per hour once they have completely autonomous vehicles on the road. Moreover, an incorporated town confronts numerous political challenges, and Elon has already begun participating in the game by putting a flag in the ground and declaring himself the techno king of the new town. As a result of the legal challenge by the Texas government, the SpaceX launches have been postponed and road restrictions have been implemented. In addition, local governments in Brownsville have been involved in the process. This is one of Elon's most significant triumphs so far. As a result, Elon must remain on their good side in order for Starbase to be successful, and fortunately, he has already discovered the path to their hearts as well as their wallets. Brownsville will receive a contribution of $30 million, it was announced. Elon offered $20 million to upgrade schools and a further $10 million to revive city centers in April of this year. Even while it's a significant sum of money for anyone, it's particularly significant for the city of Brownsville. It's no secret that Texas is one of the poorest states in the country, and that the state's economy is virtually non-existent. County officials point out that the company has already produced over 1,400 employment in the area, yet the possibility of the company relocating has already triggered an economic boom. Furthermore, Brownsville is seeing an increase in interest from buyers in the market for vacant commercial properties. As people compete for the greatest locations and what may be the next great metropolis, the number of real estate agents in the city is tripling, if not quadrupling, as the population grows. Specifically, in the aerospace business, the greater Brownsville area has a high potential of becoming Silicon Valley in the future. Eventually, Elon was able to incorporate his city of Starbase with a small amount of democracy and political participation. Incorporating SpaceX would grant it the authority of a mayor, a police force, and the power to handle taxes and infrastructure on its own. Also likely is that SpaceX will utilize eminent domain to evict any remaining homeowners who aren't SpaceX employees from their homes in the affected area. As a result, Starbase will have great possibilities in the coming decade. In essence, this is the scene for our future existence on Mars. Within the next decade, SpaceX will be able to construct a massive fleet of starships, maybe numbering in the hundreds. Because Starbase would serve as the location for their construction and storage if Elon's master plan were to be implemented, people like Elon Musk are flocking to Texas at the present, and there is a rationale behind his ludicrous new proposal to develop his own metropolis. Therefore, we might expect to witness a significant shift in the near future. That concludes this video about Elon Musk's SpaceX, and thank you for taking the time to view it. If you'd want to receive updates about him, be sure to subscribe and turn on the bell symbol on the right.